Good morning, guys, and welcome to day 2 of Level Up with Coach Matt. In this episode, guys, I wanted to explain to you how I got in shape at 47 years old and the crazy year that I had that led up to this. So, 10 months ago, one of the worst things in my life that happened to me actually turned out to have one of the best effects, as often I find out happens in life. It's a confusing way that, your journey can go, is that the worst thing that happened can sometimes yield the best, level up afterwards. And anyway, 10 months ago, I was probably the same amount of muscle mass that I am now. I lifted 5 days a week. I ate my 200 grams of protein a day. I did my walks, but not consistently. I tried to get good sleep. I took my supplements, and I grew up in South Dakota, guys, and I did a lot of manual labor when I was young, some of it on a farm. I grew up just a really big eater. And I love steak, potatoes, big meals. I never left a plate with a bite of food on it, and often had seconds. And I just always had been a person that really liked to eat, so I'd never been able to really get in shape and be lean. And anyway, I had been having lower back problems for a couple years. And I think it was mostly from the fact that I had this mindset, this is my fault, of ass to grass squats, no matter what. You go all the way down into the hole, you pause and you come all the way back up. And full transparency, I'm not the most athletic person in the world, I'm not the most balanced person in the world, and probably, even though I was really trying to do my best to get big and strong, I probably didn't have the perfect form, and my lower back would hurt quite a bit. I'd work out, it hurt for 3 or 4 days, I'd recover, go through this cycle over and over. And I felt like a sissy the weeks that I didn't squat, and that pattern went on for a couple years. Then about 10 months ago, I decided to make this switch. I was like, okay, my lower back is just hurting all the time. I can't do this. And I did stretches and that kind of stuff. It wasn't being fixed. And I've been lifting since I was 11, guys. I'm 47. So anyway, the point is that I needed to do something different. So I got into this thing that's the sled. And the sled, if you know it, it's 2 metal posts and then 4 wheels, and you put the plates on top and you push it. It's like what football players push. Although your arms are on it, it works your whole legs incredibly. Quads, hamstrings, glutes, calves, there's almost no better exercise for your legs. It works so well. So very quickly I went to 1 plate, 2 plates, 3 plates, 4 plates over the course of a couple months. And all of that culminated 10 months ago, where my dumbass never stopped to think, well, when you get to the end, your lower back is supposed to be straight. You're not supposed to twist, especially with any kind of weight on it. When you get to the end of the aisle in the gym, you got to turn this thing to turn it back around, because the kind of sled that was at my gym was a 24-hour fitness, didn't have the 4 posts where you can just push it back the other way. The posts are only on one side, so you have to turn the sled around to go back. Well, in this motion, I felt my lower back literally come apart with 4 plates at the gym. And my girl was there with me at the gym, and I knew immediately I had to really hurt myself. I didn't think it was skeletal or a disc or something like that. I thought I either tore or really hurt a muscle. I looked at her, she was over, I think she was on the elliptical or the Stairmaster, and I'm like, we gotta go. I'm done right now, we gotta go. We went home, I came home, and I knew immediately, my son has a harder bed than I did, so I was like, I'm gonna go lay in my son's bed and try to stretch this out. I was in such severe pain, guys. I think I was in bed for 11 days. The only time I got up was to go to the doctor, and all they did was dope me up and really help. Gave me muscle relaxers and stuff that made me super drowsy all the time. And then I went to the chiropractor, and I think she hurt me worse than she helped me. So it wasn't happening. And I, at one point, couldn't even get out of bed to go pee. I had to pee in a bedpan. So Chunky just came in. Chunky, go. And he's grunting here in the background. He's a bull pug, so he grunts all the time. And anyway, it was horrible. It wasn't getting better. And I was laying in this bed with my laptop on my chest, and I was trying to Google like what you do for a hurt lower back. And I got really bad advice. It was like rest, heat. They're both like the opposite of what I was supposed to be doing. So, but I couldn't hardly move even to stretch it. I was in severe pain. At one point, I think it was on day 7, I tried to get out of bed to use the restroom, and my lower back seized so bad, I had to fall back on the bed, and I couldn't get up. Like, it was horrible. Anyway, we ordered, I found BPC 157, which is a peptide that athletes use to heal injuries. I ordered that. I didn't even know what a peptide was. It came, it was like this big. And I was like, when I got it, I didn't even know I needed like to reconstitute it. I didn't have any of the supplies, nothing. And I was like, oh, this is some Chinese crap. I got gypped out of $57. And I ordered the stuff on Amazon anyway. It came. And I started to pin it. And 4 days later, my lower back was like 80% better. And I was like, what in the world are peptides? And again, I'll do the disclaimer in this video just because, you know, that way it's everybody's own choice. But this video is for education and research purposes only. Consult your doctor for medical advice before you take any supplement, peptide, or medication, guys. So anyway, I used this compound. My lower back was immediately better after like the 3rd day, 4th day. I was like way better. And it was enough where I was able to get up, and I started to set the alarm on my phone for every hour and stretch every hour, move every hour as much as I can. And in a couple of days, I was completely healed up. It was pretty amazing. So at that point in time, I was like, okay, I want to do some research on these things. I've always been into health and fitness, lifting. I love this stuff. But I was working, 12 hours a day in corporate America. And so like I needed to get back to work, but this kept bugging me, and I kept looking it up. And I had looked at semaglutide when it come out, and I'd looked at tirzepatide when it came out, and those were the ones that like celebrities were often using. It had like skeletal face, and I was like, oh, I don't want to look like that. I want to keep my muscle. And then I read about retatrutide, and I found out that a lot of the guys at the gym were using it, and bodybuilders were using it, and they said it was muscle sparing. And I read the clinical trials, and it was like 4 to 6 milligrams is like starting clinical trial dose, and I'm like, let me order this and just try 1 milligram and see what happens. Just try it. So I ordered it, I got it. In the first month of only doing 1 milligram a week, I dropped 11 pounds. And I was like, oh, this is fucking real. Over the course of 6 months, I lost 51 pounds. And I stopped, I think 213 was the lowest I got. And 213, I had like visible abs. Not super, super shredded, like bodybuilder shredded, but pretty fucking good for, a near grandpa. And everything else the same. The only other thing I changed is I started to do everything more consistently because I was able to, because I felt better. Like my walks turned out to be every morning at 5:30. My nutrition was easier to keep better because I didn't have all this food noise. So if you don't know what it does, basically like what Retta does is it makes you eat about 30% less. You're less hungry. It slows down your digestion, what they call gastric emptying. So the food moves through your system slower. That both makes you less full. That makes you more full, and it also makes it so that the food's entering your bloodstream at a slower pace, so you don't store as much of it as fat. And then, you get rid of this thing called food noise. I have terrible ADHD, guys. I've had it my whole life. It's both a benefit and a bad thing in different ways. Some ways it's a superpower at work for different types of jobs. Anyway, it made me able to stop thinking about food all the time. And I've become a pretty emotional eater. Like if I had my boss was a dick to me that day, like argument with a significant other, family problem, friend problem, stress, money problem. I'd end up in the drive-thru that night with getting like a large chocolate shake and a big burger and fries. That was kind of like my MO for like how I handled stress. It was a bad way to handle stress. And we all know that like fast food's and it's fast and fried. It's the most processed, horrible food for you in the world. What's in the middle of the grocery store is not really better, but it's really horrible. And anyway, it just made that like, I can't even remember the last time like I just had to go through and get a burger like that. If it happens, it's once every couple months now. Like, you know, we'll still maybe get in and out like as a decision, but that's much cleaner if you don't know about it. That's like, you know, maybe once a month, or we'll get pizza maybe a couple times a week as a month as a family. Like that kind of stuff, that's about it. But like the other, I'd say I probably eat like 85-15, clean to dirty, like 85% of the time. I'm eating the exact same meals through the day, and then I might have a cup, like literally 1 cup of ice cream at night before bed. Like other than that, it's like all bodybuilding food, you know, and I'll get into like my whole eating schedule in other episodes. I don't want to make this super long. But the point of it is that like I got on Retta, and then like everything in my life changed for the better. And then I eventually got on this other pep called Clo, and Clo's a blend of 4 peps, and it's actually my favorite pep in the world. And that's saying something. If I lost 51 pounds in 6 months on Retta, you imagine that another pep is my favorite, how good it is, but because of pain. So Clo is a blend of 4 peps. BPC 157 that I talked about heals injuries. TB 500 helps you recover from workouts. GHKCU is amazing for your hair, skin, and nails. And because I had a hair transplant, I was always trying to regrow my hair. And you see my hair grows really fast, easy. And then KPV in it, which is the K in Clo, gets rid of inflammation in your body. So like, you imagine like not having inflammation, recovering from workouts, healing from injuries, and having great hair, skin, and nails. Like, it's amazing the fact that I can wake up after over 30 years of beating the shit out of my body every day, and then I don't have pain. Like, that's fucking amazing, guys. And so like, I'll never not be on Clo. And then the other peps, you know, I've experimented with some MOT-C to give me physical energy and metabolism, some NAD to give me mental energy and anti-aging. I take those, that's easy. But if I had to pick 2, it would be Retta and Clo all day. And then like, you can even do like the GH secretagogues. If you don't have access to like doctor like HGH, like in the GH secretagogue, like tesamorelin, like does a lot of the same things but it turns on your natural GH. So it like helps you sleep better, makes your skin better, helps you keep muscle as you cut, and gets rid of visceral fat, which is the stuff around your organs in your belly. Like, so that was how I was able to get in shape, was with the aid of this research peptide that allowed me to eat a lot less and have a lot more control over my eating and my daily habits. And so all the other things are in place though. Like I eat my 200 to 225 grams of protein a day. I go on a 30-minute fasted walk every morning. I'm about to do it right now. The light just came out. Probably see it through the window. I just peeked out. I come back and, you know, have my big protein shake and bagel. Go to the gym. I lift hard and heavy 5 days a week. I would do 7 if I can, but I can't recover from it. So I do 5 days a week. And then I eat really clean 80% of the time. Sometimes I'll get a second walk in that day. And so all of that has added up to me having a completely different lifestyle in 10 months, both like hair transplants, you know, now being in shape, being able to help people. And that's why I wanted to start this YouTube series, is like, you don't have to use any of these things that I've used, but I've always loved health and fitness. And now that I can primarily work from home, I wanted to take the opportunity, since I'm losing all that commuting time, thankfully. I'm gaining that time back in my day, that I was 2 to 3 hours on the road every day. And now put it into doing this series because I wanted, like, oh, hey, you have a hole in your schedule now that was 2 hours a day at least. What are you gonna do with that time? Well, I'm at home, so I can eat healthy much easier most of the time. And then also I wanted to make this series to help people, to share my life, some of myself, and share how even an older guy like me that has grown kids, that'll have grandkids here soon, like, can still get in shape. If I can do it at 264 pounds I was and be obese, and 10 months later be having abs in the gym and doing workout videos on social media with my shirt off, like, that's a crazy transition to make in 10 months, guys. And I want to help other people that want to do their best and be their best too. So that's the intention of the series. So today we're going to go on our walk right now, come back and make our shake, and then we're going to hit a arms workout at Metroflex, and we'll share that as well, guys. Protein shake and bagel time. Let's get breakfast started today. So today is arms at Metroflex, and I think the workout of the day that's planned is going to be warm-ups, and then we doing barbell curls, the good old standby. Then we're going to do probably these pulley preacher curls that are in there. I was doing concentration curls forever, but those really stalled out for me and I had to alternate them with something else. So I'm doing these pulley preachers. This gym still has like a good 4 or 5 different bicep machines I haven't even tried yet. Like, it's just got so many options in there. And so like, I gotta like do that, guys, and try that. Let me move this camera a little closer here. So like, I gotta just, you know, get that going, but like, you know, once you're in a good groove with an exercise, you don't want to mess with it, you know? And so once that, something craps out and I need to change, that's when like, I'll switch it up. Oh, it's not cut enough. And then I'll make a change. And then I usually finish off with hammer curls with the dumbbell. When I was doing concentration curls, I would do hammer curls with a pulley where you can pull up and really squeeze it. You can kind of get it inside like this. I like those quite a bit. And I feel that people should be doing like a hammer curl or a reverse curl at the end of their biceps workout. And the reason that I feel like that is because the, forgot to turn the toaster on. The brachialis, which is between the biceps and triceps, and this forearm muscle here, all get worked in that position where the thumb is straight up or it's turned down. And a lot of people are kind of missing that. And at the end of your bicep workout, after you've done 2 or 3 other exercises, are you really getting the contraction anyway? Are you actually able, like, once your biceps are pumped, let's say you did barbell curls and pulley curls, can you even really get a full contraction anymore? Or are you just still kind of just like, ugh? Like my biceps in particular, like they can't. So I'm coming to the top and squeezing, but it's really hard to get an actual contraction anymore because you're so pumped. And so at that point in time, guys, like I just switch over and do a barbell or reverse curl because like might as well get something on the brachialis and the top of the forearm too. And I think that gives kind of a nice thick look to the front of the arm. And so I will do that at the end of the bicep workout. And then I'm going to move over at that point and go to triceps. I usually warm up with press downs because I'm old and I want to like protect my elbows, make sure I'm good, guys. And then do my main sets. Then I was doing, like, I got really long arms for my body. So to do a lying tricep extension is really hard even here to get a full thing. You see the triceps are not even in a good position to really be triceps. It's like hard to keep chest and shoulders out of it. So you're pushing up to do a lying extension and there's maybe tension from here to here. There's no tension right here. And it's mostly like just elbow flexion here at the bottom. So it's not really like a good exercise for me. Lying tricep extensions the way I did. I tried doing behind the head, it just didn't feel natural. I didn't like it. Like where you're laying down on the head. So I tried the incline version, the decline version. I like the Live Fitness tricep machine, the extension machine best because I get the handles way back here. I can come and I can get a full contraction and that range of motion is incredible. So I've been doing those now for a while, but then you have to pay attention to when a machine is very popular at the gym. And this machine had been on rehab, it had been out for repairs, and then they brought it back in, and it was an overhead tricep extensions machine, old school, like I bet it's 30 or 40 years old. And you sit down and it controls and you come up and squeeze. Now I've never liked that French press movement before, but in this gym, this machine is always have somebody on it. It's always being used. And when a machine is always being used, it's a good fucking machine. So I was like, one day I was like, I'm gonna try this. Just, if it doesn't work, I'll just go back and do my regular tricep extensions. This thing I did it last week is fucking winter chicken dinner. It's so good. I'm gonna keep it in right now and rock this thing as long as I can as a bagel. And then I can, you know, if I need to switch it at some point, I can take it out. But I'm gonna try to get all the gains that I can out of having a new movement through the rotation and being able to, like, you know, when you do something new, that's where you usually get the best gains from it. So long fucking monkey arms as I have, I can use all the triceps that I can get. So I'm trying to, you know, ride that baby all the way home on this thing. So, and then I'll usually finish up with the dip machine. Now, I'm a little worried because this gym is overcrowded, no doubt. They've even acknowledged that on a sign. Like, they're getting rid of stuff that's broken, you know, that needs repairs. They're replacing it with new stuff as it comes, but it's an expensive proposition. Like, it's an amazing gym. And there's a sign on the wall that says that, like, we're getting rid of stuff as it goes bad and like replacing it with new stuff and getting the clutter out of here. So I don't mind having more options in order to be able to pick exercises. But for me, this is like, it's great. So anyway, I say that to say that they got a dip machine that's more rust than metal. And they have another dip machine. It's the one with like a ball on it, and it's more like this. I can't stand that fucking thing. That movement does not feel like natural to me like this. But the old school dip machine where it comes back and you press it down, I have that thing, and it's so rusty and beat, and it's been moved to another corner of the gym. I'm so worried they're gonna get rid of it. I use it and drag it out to the middle every time I can so they know the thing is being used to not get rid of it. I love that thing so much, and I love dips for triceps, the seated dip machine. You know, so I've seen these wheelchair athletes before, these incredible athletes, and they have that movement where they're doing the dip machine all the time. A lot of them have huge fucking arms and triceps just from that movement. So I know it works, and it worked great for me too. So bagel is ready. This is a Kroger version, but I usually use the Smucker one, and it's no sugar added to the jam. So it's too tiny for my old ass to look at what the fake sugar in it is. But I'm gonna blend this shake, and then we will head to the gym shortly after, guys.
Guys, we have some noisy ass additions to the workout today, don't we? This is Chonky, and that's Matthew.
Hi.
This one is Chonky, this one is Matthew. So Chonky is our bull pug. He's half English bulldog, half pug. And this is my now 12-year-old, he just had a birthday, son Matthew. And they're going with me to the gym on my lunch here today from work. And sorry you guys have to hear him grunt, so I'll try to keep this car part short. So Matthew's been going, after I went to Metroflex, he joined a couple weeks after I started.
Yeah, about 2 or 3.
Yeah, and he is newer to working out. He's done some stuff for sports. He's done some calisthenic, and he's done some weights at the house and a little bit at the gyms and a little bit with the trainer before, right?
Yeah.
So he's learning as he goes. He's done different stuff for different sports. But Metroflex, a completely different gym environment you've ever been in before.
Yes.
So Matthew got something I did not get, which is I started when I was 11 as well, and so did he because he just turned 12. And okay, the grunting is pretty extreme there, boy. The AC is fully on. I think this is unnecessary at this point. Anyway, he gets to work out at a hardcore gym from Jump. I didn't get this until several years later. So it's pretty cool. And he doesn't always get to go with me because of schedule stuff, but he gets to go with me enough, at least on weekends and stuff.
Yeah.
So Matthew, what is your impression? How is Metroflex different than other gyms you've been to?
Everything is real.
What do you mean by real?
Like, all iron weights, no AC. It's like, it's a hardcore gym. It's really nice. They have 4 of every machine.
Yeah.
They have machines you will not see in any other gym.
Yeah.
And it's like, some people are professional bodybuilders there.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. So he's getting to try all kinds of equipment he would never got to try anyway. Like, I never had a gym I could go to that had stuff that was bodybuilding, powerlifting, calisthenics, Olympic weightlifting, MMA stuff. I never had access, just basic weight gyms. I did get to work out at some gyms as I grew up. I worked out, the first serious gym I worked at was a Pitbull gym. That was a pretty good gym. And I also worked at, don't worry about shushing him. He's a grunter, it's not gonna change. I also worked out at a gym back in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. That was my first real iron gym. It was just called The Gym. It didn't even have a name beyond The Gym. So, oh no, we're not gonna try to cross the barrier and go into the back. We're gonna sit on Matthew, be still. Anyway, Metroflex has a lot of dogs in it, guys. Pitbull, Torres usually has at least Snow, his white Pitbull in there. Yeah, sometimes he's got his big one, which is Tyson. I'm not sure Tyson's a pit or a King Corso or a mix, whatever he is. And yeah, it might be a Cane Corso. And other people have big shepherds and stuff in there. So I can't bring my English Bulldog Arnold because he can be a bit dog aggressive with dogs that he doesn't know. And like I said, Chonky's mom Daisy's a pug, and she lives with my daughter Allie in Texas right now. So Chonky though is the friendliest dog ever. He can go right up to any other animal, and yes, you can, puppy. And he's got various names. His name is Chonky, Chonky. He also gets called Wiener, and he gets called Puppy. So those are the nicknames for him because it's just a little.
Or sweetie sometimes.
Yeah, he's a little weenie sometimes. He is a very good-natured dog. He gets along with all other dogs. Sometimes if he's around his dad and his dad barks at something, he'll bark too, but he's not generally like that. He can walk right up to any other dog. He doesn't even have an ounce of aggression in him. And everybody loves him. He'll let anybody pet him. He'll go up to anybody. That's why I enjoy bringing him everywhere so much. It's just because he's so good-natured and so friendly. Like if there was like a children's hospital near here or something, Puppy would be the best dog to bring there. Because he would, yeah, he'd be the happy. He'd go up to every like sick kid and just sit on their lap and just look at them and like try to lick them. And he's just wonderful to be in any environment. So I really enjoy having a good-natured dog like him. And you're gonna be covered in dog hair by the time we get to the gym, but it's okay. It's Metroflex. So it's gonna be a hot workout today. I got arms today, and gonna knock that out. What are you gonna work on today, buddy?
I think I'm probably gonna do lats and traps.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Do some back stuff. Yeah, so Matthew, sometimes he'll do a couple exercises with me, sometimes he do it on his own. I don't try to restrict him to just make him do my workout because I think it's important to be able to, sometimes you want to do stuff with other people and sometimes you want to explore and kind of try things yourself. And there's machines in there that I haven't even tried, many. And so I think it's important for him, like all of us are on our own journey, even him at 12 years old, he's getting into weightlifting and he wants to like be stronger, you know, have muscles, all that stuff. It takes a little bit of your own exploration to be able to do that. We all went through that phase, and luckily I didn't have that interrupted. I started in my dad's basement with these little skinny barbells and weeder weights filled with sand. So like, everybody has their own journey. It's important you get to experience that if you want to develop a lifetime love of the gym and working out and fitness. So he's trying to hop through the window now. Anyway, so we'll see you guys in there, and maybe Puppy will introduce us to some other dogs. With barbell curls, guys, I'm trying to be as strict as possible until I hit failure. So I'm just gonna come up and squeeze as hard as I can and come back down in a controlled way. And I'm trying to get stress on the biceps, not just on the positive part, but the eccentric part and the negative part of the rep. Second exercise today is going to be this pulley preacher bench, which gives a really interesting hit on the biceps and has them in this like long position up here. And I like the constant tension of a pulley on biceps. I think it is a really great way to get a good workout on them. I like to finish up biceps with either a hammer curl or reverse curl, and lately I've been doing them seated because that way I get more strict reps and I don't end up cheating as much intentionally, unintentionally on the reps. And then usually on the last set of these I'm going to stand up and just cheat out a couple reps on the last ones to finish them up. So this is second set, so this will just be a straight set. Get. One of the coolest things about losing body fat and getting in shape is the first time you see bicep veins start to come out, vascularity in your forearms, and I'm seeing all that stuff for the first time in these last couple months, so I'm pretty excited about it right now. I see some guys with shoulder veins, chest veins, ab veins, so got a long way to go for them that lean, guys. With tricep press downs, guys, I'm just trying to get the best possible contraction that I can. People can argue all day about lockout, not lockout. I get a much stronger contraction at full lockout, and I try to come all the way to the top. Now, due to the amount of weight that I'm using, I do have to lean over a bit because of balance. If you don't lean over, you're actually just kind of sustaining yourself here with your lat to try to keep yourself up. So I just find it's easier just to lean in. But all that's moving is the forearm, up and down. Nothing else is moving, even though you're leaned in. Now, if you turn your elbows out and you press, then you're gonna get some chest and shoulders in, but you just keep it tight here, you should be good even with heavy weight. And then this will be 2 straight sets. Then on the third set, I'll do a straight set followed by a drop set at the end, about half the weight. Just rep out and try to just squeeze my tris as hard as humanly possible, guys. This is the seated dip machine that I told you about. It's covered in rust. It's beautiful, and I hope they never fucking get rid of it. So this is usually my last tricep exercise, but the extensions machine that I wanted to do second is taken, so I'm gonna do these things. Hopefully that's free and I go back over there. This is the machine that I was talking to you guys about. This is a Paramount triceps extension machine, and it's a French press behind the neck. I've never liked this exercise traditionally with the barbell or dumbbell. I know a lot of guys go heavy with it. With the dumbbell, I don't like it, guys. Usually it just doesn't feel natural to me, and maybe inflexibility due to my age, but I tell you that this fucking machine is always in use here at the gym. I just had to wait for it again. It's amazing, and if you get a chance to try one of these, give it a shot.
Yeah. Yeah. Whew. It's a really good hit on the triceps and a really amazing stretch too. Arms workout today is finished, guys. Really good biceps and triceps pump. Really happy overall with progression on these. Yeah, great workout today. And head on home, time to grub.
We are done with our workout and headed home. Chonky is breathing like a freight train down here on the floor. How's your workout, Maddie?
It was good. I think I got in some good work today.
Yeah, what'd you do?
Mostly triceps, lats, and chest.
Tricep, lats, and chest?
Yeah.
Nice, buddy. Yeah, so we had a really good gym session today too, guys. Arm pump on point and feeling really good. Chonky, I think you're exaggerating the level of overheatedness you are. You're in full air conditioning, sir. Anyway, so I had a really good arms workout today, guys. Everything 3 sets, 8 to 12 reps. Beyond failure when I could. Let's see, today I went beyond failure on my barbell curls were straight sets. Pulley curls got a drop set at the end. Hammer curls got a cheat set at the end. Press downs got a drop set. And let's see, extensions got a drop set, and then dips were straight set. So pretty even across the board. 2 exercises with intensifiers for each biceps and triceps, and 1 with straight sets exercise. So really good overall, feel good. Gonna head home. Got some chicken salad and some ground beef at home, I think. And so probably gonna do some ground beef and then with rice right now, and then maybe some chicken salad around like 3-4 o'clock. And then we got the rest of those ribeyes that we could not polish last night because meal was massive yesterday, so we'll probably finish those off for dinner tonight. And then we didn't even tell you yet, but probably I think Friday night, I think we're gonna go do Spider-Man. Down?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You haven't seen it yet, have you?
No.
Okay, the new one?
The brand new day?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna go see Spider-Man on Friday night, guys, and that'll be cool. But yeah, so head back to the house now and then grub on what I call affectionately my dog food bowl, which is ground beef, white rice, and soy sauce. It's the favorite food to eat over and over. Good for gains, good for cutting, good for everything. Post-workout meal time, and we are doing the dog food. This is 8 ounces of ground beef, a cup of cooked rice, and 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, guys. This is great for cutting, great for bulking. If you want to increase the amount of rice, just start with a cup of dry rice, and you get 2 cups of cooked rice if you're trying to bulk up and get more calories. Me, I'm just trying to replace the glycogen from the workout. So we're not in any rush to get too many in, but always have to hit the protein good. And got, like I said, some good chicken salad and some steaks for later tonight. I'm excited to have. Probably gonna go outside, get a little bit of sun here in a minute before I head into shower post-workout. And one of the benefits to being home, you get to structure your day. I work all the time. I'm an incessant workaholic, and so I'll work until usually 8 o'clock at night. So I take these little 20-minute, half-hour breaks every now and then and try to go outside, get a little bit of sunshine, try to do a little whatever. But I enjoy working. I enjoy working towards something to be successful and putting the time in to be good at it. And also, I don't really try to spend a lot of time on things that I'm naturally not good at, because I find you make more money from things that you are. So that's what I've always kind of focused on. And so I'm going to down this grub and get some sun, and then we'll go from there. So we're getting near the end of the night. You guys can see 7:21 out here. Sun's just starting to go down. And had a little snack over to pick up my son from volleyball practice, and had 2 of the beef sticks from Costco, and also had a Quest cookies and cream bar with
my Diet Coke Zero, which is my current diet drink of choice. Let me know in the comments what you guys are drinking right now to get your caffeine throughout the day. Not your primer, not your pre, but like just what your daily driver is to fill in, have a little tastiness on your drinks. So I'm closing today out with one of the things that I absolutely love. Now, my girlfriend is a better cook than me. She's Cuban and Mexican, and she's an excellent cook. And so she has made me chicken salad, and she does a big batch every once in a while. Every month or two, she'll crank this out for her own meal prep and make extra for us. And so I'm not with the brown crackers stuff. Like, I am a straight saltine man. I like salty foods. So get a big dab like this and just go all in one bite. This has got the tuna and the condiments, and we got corn, we got celery, we got some red pepper cut up in there. It's fucking delicious, guys. And I'll tell you, that like, can't beat this. I'll just sit here and chow down on this. Will basically become a meal. I'll just eat till I get full. And to close this episode out, I'll just say, I hope you guys enjoyed the story and the start of this episode about how I was able to get in shape at almost 50 years old. Give you guys some ideas for yourself. I'll be talking a lot more about nutrition in future episodes and my thoughts around it. I think we've got a lot of nutrition really backwards in this country, guys, with how we look at stuff. And after I finish this, probably go get in bed with the missus. And right now we're doing Sons of Anarchy. We just finished season 3, where the boys are in Belfast, and Jack's found out about his sister, and he got Abel back. And so I'll do a longer one on that series and why I watched it. I've watched the series before, but this is now I'm going through and watching it with my girlfriend, and we're having a good time. She's super addicted to the show now. And we're doing that show, and then, because that's a series we can just watch whenever we have free time, and then I'll like edit, because I've seen the series before at the same time, except for like the big parts, on my phone for stuff. And then, we did Game of Thrones before this, and then like our weekly shows that we're on are the 2 90 Day Fiancé shows. We're watching regular 90 Day Fiancé, and then whatever the one is called, I forgot the name of it right now, where they go to like the couples counseling retreats. And the couples counseling retreat is the one with Sarper and Shekinah. That one is big for us right now. The regular series of 90 Day Fiancé this season, we don't like hardly any of the people or the couples in it, except there's one dude who's dating an American gal from the South who's a really sweet guy. Puppy just walked into the video, but he's kind of low, so you guys probably can't see him. You just see the tail wagging there for a minute. And there it is, just in the bottom right of the frame, if it doesn't get cut off. And so generally we really like some of the couples or some of the people, but this season has been a real stinker. Really, like, there's people like Mito on this season who are just clearly taking advantage of people and other things. So it's not a pretty season as far as people's intentions. There's a lot of wacko people on there and desperate people. Hi, Arnie. Arnie just walked up too, but he's kind of out of frame, guys. They act like they love me, but they just really want my chicken salad. So I'll go over the shows we watch and why we watch them in future episodes. I don't want this one to get too long. I just finished the first episode before this, day 1, and it was 61 minutes. So I was like, maybe that's just way too long, but you know what? Some of Sam's episodes are an hour and a half. Some of Rich's, Rich just generally kept anywhere between 30 and 45 minutes I saw, but like, you know what? It's not supposed to be quick. Like, it's supposed to be spending time with somebody else. And that's what I had to remember for myself. Like, I remember my son and I both who have been into bodybuilding throughout the years. We watched all of Rich's series. We just had it playing on the background, doing whatever else we were doing, working, talking, just hanging out, having some food. It'd always just be blasting in the background. And so I'm probably not going to be nearly as entertaining and don't have 3D cartoon delts and stuff, but who knows where I'm going to be in another year, because 10 months ago, I was fat and I was bald, and now I've had a hair transplant, I've had a sinus surgery, I have abs now at almost 50. Like, crazy stuff has changed in a year of really hard fucking work. So we'll see where we're at in another year. Maybe by the time this series is done, there will be, you know, hundreds of episodes and we'll be doing good. If you guys enjoy it, I'll keep doing it. That's all I want to say. So I have to remind myself of the time that I'm not supposed to rush in these series. After doing short form for 2 years, guys, and just trying to get, you know, 3-minute clips out and have the hook in the first 3 seconds so people don't scroll, and then have the title on the top and the caption so they get 2 visual hooks and an auditory hook. And sometimes they tap a cup at the beginning of the video or whatever just to get another auditory hook. It's like the attention span is so fast for TikTok, Instagram, all that type of stuff. I forget that on YouTube we're supposed to spend time with each other. And so if you guys have this playing in the car, or if you're bored at work or anything else, you know, one thing I could use is I sat down and wrote down about 10 to 12 ideas in my phone for real life things that I could talk about in videos. So I've got the format from Rich and from Sam, which is like, you do an opening talk, you do your drive to the gym, you do your workout, you do your after gym, maybe a meal. And that's like kind of the series way that it works. And so to tease tomorrow's a little bit, tomorrow I'm gonna take Big Blue, which is my 2017 Toyota Tundra, get it clean. I'll show you guys my lifted truck. And I bought that truck used. It's not fancy, but it's the first truck I've ever owned and I absolutely love it. And I want to tell you guys a story about that. So that's the tease for tomorrow's episode. Want to remind you guys there's a link in both the description and the first comment pinned for this whole series. Will be every day that I do it for my Skool Community. That way you can go in and talk to we're almost at 3,400 people in there now that are helping each other every day for free with fitness, nutrition, supplementation, everything. And that's a free way you guys can join and get to interact with some people that are all interested in the same stuff as you guys if you want a community. And final reminder that I want to do at the end of each one of these videos, because I grew up a people pleaser, guys. I grew up taking care of everybody else my whole life and not worrying about myself. And all that led me to do was to be overweight, in debt, depressed, everything else. And these last few years where instead I put myself first and filled my own cup up first so that it could spill over into other people have been the happiest I've ever been. And I only get happier every year that I've been like this. Now, some people might call that selfish, but if you're not taking good care of yourself, you can't take care of others. So the reminder that I want to bring at the end of every one of these videos is please take care of yourself first so that you can be the best version of yourself, the strongest version, so that you can take care of the people that you love. Thank you guys for joining me for day 2 of the series, and I will see you guys for day 3 in the next one.